preparing the clock. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the referee blows the whistle, the clock begins to tick. And so action begins in South Bend. Green Bay and Notre Dame facing each other for the first time since 2009. The Irish lead the series with 3 wins, 1 win for Green Bay. Last time they faced each other was in the NCAA tournament first round back in 2009, a game that Notre Dame took with them on a 2-1 win.
And these are two teams that like to play close games, each meaning been decided by just 1 goal so far. Green Bay able to squeak out the lone win back in overtime in 1994. But the Irish look to add to their win column tonight here at Alumni Stadium.
Early movement of the ball by Green Bay as Drew Swancutt makes his way back in goal. Swancutt, the junior from Northville, Michigan, on his 4th appearance this season. Also 4 appearances for him during his sophomore season. The 3 games in which he has featured for the Phoenix this season have resulted in 3 wins for them. The luck charm on goal for Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay split some time between Drew Swancutt as well as Philip Osterback, their other goalie on the squad this year. Coach John O'Reilly describes Swancutt as more of a traditional goalkeeper as well. Osterback tends to play the ball more than Swancutt does, but Swancutt had a lot of success so far this season, as you mentioned, JJ, and as we said in the open, already has 2 5-save shutouts and a 6-save win. We'll see what he can do tonight against an Irish attack that's coming alive.
Irish now on their first touches is Alex Rosin, goes back with Diego Ochoa. Long ball by Ochoa looking for KK Bafford. It's going to be recovered by Jerome Murray Powell. Shot could be coming in close and it goes up top. Blake Kelly's goal. Blake Kelly, the man trusted on his sophomore season by Chad Riley, who's got all sorts of experience with this Notre Dame team as a captain, as a player, and now as well on his 8th season leading the helm of the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, Riley had a lot of success here at Notre Dame as became the first head coach in program history to lead the Fighting Irish to 2 College Cup appearances back in 2021 and 2023. And Notre Dame has captured both an ACC regular season and tournament title under his direction, both firsts in program history.
Wyatt Lewis with the ball. Going back to leading goal scorer, you heard that right. Center back Mitch Ferguson has 4 goals, just like striker Wyatt Borsell. Ferguson notched a hat trick against Wright State. 45-minute hat trick early in the first half. The goals came from a free kick, a header, an open play for the Irish. Trying to recover the ball here as Gio Cruz is going to send a header that's going to be fought by Nola Shout. Referee Max Studd's going to call the first foul of the game in favor of the Phoenix.
The Phoenix like to have possession of the ball. They really pride themselves on playing their own brand of soccer, which focuses on attacking and playing an open style. Coach John O'Reilly talks about how opportunities to score been there this season. The team's been consistent, just struggling to finish. Getting the ball in the back of the net is certainly going to be key if they want to beat the Irish here in South Bend.
Movement by Wyatt Lewis with Spicer on the right. Coverage coming. Keegan Walker. Spicer back in action. KK Bafford, great touch of Spicer, and he was looking for a similar position to that beautiful goal that Spicer had against Louisville. Goes wide this time around.
Yeah, some great touches there. A number of good passes. Ultimately, as we take another look, that ball just a little bit too much on it. Goes wide on the shot, but a great opportunity. Swancutt may have been out of position there if that one ultimately ended up being on goal.
And now for Green Bay. Looking for Chris Album. On attack, is going to be recovered by the other number 9, Wyatt Borsell. Trying to get the Irish quick in an attacking position with Burton. Luke Burton in between 3 men. Borsell's going to let it go through, hoping Rosin gets there. Recovered by the Phoenix, and another foul. This time called on Luke Burton as he brought down to the floor Nola Shout.
And it's a Notre Dame team who's 101 fouls leads the ACC. Their fouls per game also up there as well.
Noah Madrigal, the ball towards Gio Cruz. Cruz putting the shout quickly in action. Justin Arias also joining the play, not the best pass. Looking for Keegan Walker. Wyatt Lewis recovers for the Irish. Lewis looking for Burton. Headed away by Duben Obilu. Jerome Murray Powell, one of the captains of this Green Bay team, is now taken away off the ball by Burton. Great recovery there by Justin Arias. Arias with some space to run. Shan McDowd with some pressure on him. Keegan Walker recovers for the Phoenix. This could be a great attacking opportunity. The header, it goes through Mitch Ferguson, is able to take it away. That was the first cross that the Phoenix are able to put into the Irish box.
Yeah, absolutely. A great pass there by Keegan Walter. Ultimately, Schelt just out of position to receive that one, pushed a bit by the Notre Dame defense. But now the Phoenix have an opportunity to collect themselves and put the pressure back on the Irish.
Justin Arias leading the Phoenix midfield in the early minutes of the game. Now a foul is going to be called for Notre Dame. Justin Arias not pleased with that decision. Pleased to be in the starting lineup. He is indeed of Coach John O'Reilly.
Yeah, Coach O'Reilly named the 12th head coach in program history for Green Bay back in February of 2024. Collected his first win of August in last season, but he enters his 10th total season on the sidelines with Green Bay. Spent 8 years as an assistant coach and one as the associate head coach. Was part of the Big East coaching staff of the year back at Georgetown in 2013. Has a lot of experience in college soccer. Inherited a program that had just come off an NCAA tournament berth in 2023 when he took over in the 2024 season. 11 wins last year in his first year at the helm.
Ian Shaw with the ball for KK Bafour. Wyatt Lewis was trying to get a hold of it. He gets it now. This could be a great opportunity for the Irish. Lewis with the feint of a cross. Now it comes in looking for Borso off the woodwork. The crossbar denies Wyatt Borso of his 5th goal of the season. Beautiful cross by Lewis nevertheless.
Let's take another look at that one. Just an absolutely beautiful header. Borso in a perfect position, but it's the crossbar that says not this time. And the Irish will have a throw-in.
Throw-in's going to be put in play, but Wyatt Borso himself, the man in charge of those long balls from the throw-ins, as the Irish attempt to get another one on the area. This time it was Mitch Ferguson looking for it. It's going to go out for the first corner kick of the night. Let's take a look once again at that header from Wyatt Borso.
And just a painful missed opportunity right here. Just a perfect pass to Borso, who was well positioned just in front of the goal. Swankett had pushed up on him and would have dropped that in just right over top. That is absolutely going to be an opportunity the Irish had wished they had capitalized on moving forward.
Olin Spicer ready to put the corner into the box for the Irish. Header on the second post, and it's in! Goal! By the Irish! Alex Rosin with his 2nd career goal. Coming off a beautiful set piece. Set piece used, strikes again.
And we said it earlier, and already the freshman making a big impact. Alex Rosin, his 2nd goal of the season. Beautiful corner, comes in from behind. Drew Swanka tries to react, but not in time as the Irish strike first. And what a job by Rosin, just pushing up from the top of the box right when the corner lands. And that's another set-piece goal for the Irish, who've had a lot of success this season. Now 11 goals off the set pieces, their 8th goal off the corner. And the Irish offense strikes first here in South Bend.
Alex Rosin is going to remember the couple of past Tuesdays after scoring his first college career goal against Hope College. Last Tuesday at Alumni Stadium, now scoring again against Green Bay to give the Irish the early lead. KK Bafour on the ball, trying to make it 2. KK with a good movement, looking for Lewis. Well moved there by Justin Arias to avoid any trouble, but the Irish are still on the ball. Gets back to Lewis, another cross coming, headed away by Dubem Obilu.
And the Irish putting early pressure on this Green Bay defense, who'd only allowed 8 goals so far this year. Just 0.89 goals against was their average. A team that prides themselves on taking shots, and their offensive efficiency is going to need some of that as they're coming from behind now early.
Here comes Green Bay wanting to have a say on that. Gio Cruz joins the attacking efforts of O'Reilly's team. Noala Schelt with a cross. Taken out of trouble by Diego Ochoa. When it comes to Notre Dame and those early set pieces as well, what impresses me the most so far is the fact that they continue to be effective, but they continue to innovate as well throughout those set pieces. It looked like Wyatt Borso was going to have the header. Left it very neatly for Rosin to get there on the second post. Now Phoenix trying to tie things up. Ferguson knocks it out. Dubemo Bilu with the ball. Green Bay trying to make themselves comfortable after that early goal conceded. It's a team that prides itself on attack, as described by Coach John O'Reilly. Likes that open style of play, that possession as well. He was well aware that that would probably not be the case of having as much possession as he likes here tonight at Alumni Stadium. Nevertheless, looking as well to challenge the Irish, now having to do that from behind in the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this Green Bay team struggled to really find the back of the net, as I mentioned previously. Most shots in the Horizon League, but unfortunately, only 8 have found the back of the net so far this year. Kind of an opposite experience so far than last season for Green Bay, a team that scored a lot of goals, but also really struggled to keep their opponents off the board this year. Neither them nor their opponents have scored much.
Mitch Ferguson with the ball, looking for Burden Spicer, try to get a hold of it in between. Okazaki recovers for the Phoenix. Burden's gonna put some pressure on Oscar Arroyo. Ball still in swing for the Phoenix. Great movement to get Gio Cruz into the attacking phase of the game again. He has options with Lachaud, prefers to go with Keegan Walker. Now for Noah Lachaud, Rosin is there to stop any trouble, and Alex Rosin with a movement of beauty. It's been a beautiful 10 minutes by Rosin to start things off at Alumni Stadium. Recovered again by Green Bay. Shan McDowd arrives late to the pressure. Keegan Walker goes back for Madrigal. Noah. And Alex Rosin once again denying an attacking opportunity of the Green Bay Phoenix.
Yeah, a couple of early missed attacking opportunities and turnovers. Luckily, Green Bay getting the ball back here, but just not having a lot of success in front of the goal so far. Able to have good possession about midfield, but ultimately when they get down towards the net, just nobody home.
Well, a shout with the ball towards Noah Madrigal, looking for Chris Album. Diego Choa is there to stop the attack. Justin Arias, some pressure put in from Wyatt Borso. The Irish recovered. That's a hard foul on KK Bafford, and it's going to be the first yellow card of the game, an early one for Jerome Murray Powell.
And the 2-year captain gets the yellow card, been the primary leader for the squad this year. And ultimately, just a hard slide tackle, clearly deserving of the yellow card. Just tries to come in, barely playing the ball. KK ultimately falls to the ground. Pretty hard on that one. Looks like he's back up. He should be okay. He'll stay in the game.
KK Bafford, the main left midfielder, occasionally acting as a left winger as well for the Irish. Now in his senior season, has 17 assists in his time with the Irish. Only 5 goals for him in 3 years, but a man that has the explosiveness to start attacking plays for the Irish as an inside forward. Also able as well to put some things in perspective for the Irish, playing as a playmaker from the number 10 position with the number 10 on his back. Now back in action for Notre Dame. Mitch Ferguson. Pushing the ball forward with Nolan Spicer and Wyatt Lewis. Spicer and Lewis continue combining in between. KK Bafford gets into the play. Great ball for Luke Burton, and Swankin's gonna get there first. Quick build-up of the tempo and the transition to triangulate into attack. Notre Dame close to another attacking opportunity.
Yeah, Green Bay's going to want to play fast. They know they need to put the pressure on this Irish defense. They know they want to have the possession as much as they can. And fast transitions like this are hopefully going to be helpful trying to beat the Irish back.
Wyatt Lewis looking for Luke Burton. Swancut gets there first. Drew Swancut, prior to this game, had only allowed 1 goal, 16 saves for him. It's now 2 goals in 4 games for Drew Swancut as Nolan Spicer recovers for the Irish. Wyatt Lewis with the ball. Movement coming by Burton and by Borso on the second post. Ian Shaw back with the ball. Lewis, Spicer. The Irish are back into attack. Spicer with the cross. Headed away by Arroyo. Still in possession for the Irish. Looking for Borso. It's going to be long. But Rosin's going to get there first before Lachoute. Alex Rosin with the ball for KK Bafour. Cross and behind in the box. Luke Burton keeps it in play for the Irish. Ian Shaw looks for Spicer. Nolan Spicer. Wait for motion. Gets a feint. Looks for the angle. And it's rebounded into the hands of Swancut. When it comes to the plan that John O'Reilly had coming into the game, he was obviously, as he shared with us, aware that possession wasn't necessarily gonna be his best statistic today. But I'm not sure if he expected this level of intensity that the Irish have come outside of the locker room with.
Yeah, and I mean, against a team such as Notre Dame, who's one of the top teams
Shout
in
with
this.
a movement for the Phoenix, and it's in. Goal! By the Green Bay Phoenix. Chris Albom scores the equalizer. Just as we said that the tempo was on top for Green Bay and Notre Dame. Green Bay finds spaces in the Irish defense and gets the equalizer.
Yeah, well, it's a great job by senior forward Chris Albom. Hadn't scored in his last 3 games despite a high volume of shots. Finally able to find the back of the net, just able to get behind the Notre Dame defense. A guy who had first team All-Horizon League the past 2 seasons, led the team with 7 goals last year, 2 multi-goal games as a sophomore 2 years ago, led the team with 9 goals, finally getting back to his goal-scoring ways. His 3rd goal of the season now ties him for the team lead alongside fellow senior Keegan Walker.
The Green Bay goal scored by number
3rd
9,
goal
Chris Albom.
by Chris Albom this
This is
season.
number 20, Noah Lachoute.
But you get to talk as well about that pass by Noah Lachoute. Beautiful way to keep Chris Albom on side and put him on a head-to-head against Kelly. Diego Ochoa looking for Luke Burton, headed away by Arroyo. Jalomi Murray Powell recovers. And now it's again a story of resistance, of endurance, and of seeing who reacts better to the equalizer. Can Notre Dame continue bringing up the tempo? Will Green Bay be able to step it up and control, find the dominance of the game?
Well, JJ, to the previous point, I think Green Bay came into this game expecting a high-tempo matchup, excited for it. Coach John O'Reilly talks about how he loves these non-conference games as a way to prepare for opponents that the teams may face potentially in either Horizon or NCAA postseason play. They've already played a top-ranked team in Indiana this season, now traveling to Notre Dame. While winning is always top of mind, again, just another opportunity to continue to keep tuning, prepare yourself for later in the season. These non-conference games are a great way to do it. Coming out strong so far against the Irish are the Phoenix.
If the game remains with this level of intensity, it wouldn't be unusual to see Coach John O'Reilly rely on his roster depth. 21 out of 26 outfield players have seen minutes on the first 8 games of the season for Green Bay. Jalomi Murray Powell goes back to Madrigal. Noah Lachoute joins efforts with Dio Cruz. Now Green Bay's gonna slow things down for a while as Murray Powell goes back with Be Morilu. Swan cut. Ball towards Okazaki. Headed by Spicers. Gonna attempt to get their Burton. But Obilu gets there first. Keegan Walker with the goal scorer, Chris Albom. This for Cruz. And Green Bay for the attack. Noah Lachoute against Alex Rosin. Lachoute's gonna get there. Keep it in play. Back with Gio Cruz he goes. Cruz with Arroyo. Oscar Arroyo, the junior from Wisconsin, touches the ball with Justin Arias. Foul was being asked by Green Bay. Play on says Max Stott. KK Bafour trying to set up the Irish counter. Wyatt Borso on the ball. Switch it up to the right with Wyatt Lewis. Heavy reliance on the right for the Irish so far, including the cross from Spicer. Coming in for Borso, and it's in. Goal! Irish. Wyatt Borso gets his 5th of the season to give the Irish the lead. What a start to the game.
Now, what a great goal by Borso. You don't want to take another look at that one. A great pass. And ultimately ends up just cluttered up down there by Swankett. Tries to with the jumping stop. Ultimately, Borso gets it past him. Great job of recognizing where the goalkeeper was. Recognizes the jump, just puts it underneath of him. And the Irish jump back ahead.
Talk about Nolan Spicer now on 7 assists this season after assisting the 2 goals for Notre Dame here tonight. We were talking about that reliance on the right wing to produce attacking plays for the Irish. Start them, produce them on the right, finish them on the left.
Yeah, both goals, JJ, as you said, came that way on the set piece, coming from the corner on the right. And now this one with a great pass by Spicer. Borso, his 5th goal of the season. He'll take back the team lead now. 2 games in a row with a goal for Wyatt Borso. He just scored the lone goal last game against Virginia Tech.
The Irish are coming off a couple of close games contested here at home for them. This game will end their 7 home game stand. Trying to make it 3 with Wyatt Lewis on the ball. KK back 4. Back for Sean McDowd. Has an attacking opportunity. Saved by Swankett. Corner kick for the Irish.
Well, the Irish have just been pounding goalkeeper Drew Swankett so far today. A great jumping stop right there, but a number of shots on goal already for the Irish. Let's take another look at that one. KK passes over to Sean McDowd. It looks like without the presence of Swankett, that may have been a goal. The 4th shot on goal already today for the Irish. Sets them up for another set piece where they've had all their success so far this year.
Mitch Ferguson's going to be the man in charge of putting this ball in motion. Goes for the first post. I don't know if that even hit the post. It's going to be a goal kick for the Phoenix that have already, 19 minutes into this game, received 6 shots from the Irish.
Well, the Irish 1 for 2 on corners. Can't complain about that too much. But that one just came up a little short.
Recovered for Wyatt Borso to get into the attacking phase. Just in time, Oscar Arroyo avoids any danger. Jalomi Murray Powell with the long ball looking for Chris Album. Green Bay now forced again to reply to the Irish lead. Keegan Walker, Madrigal, Walker, Noah Lacheld, Phoenix. Back with Walker and Gio Cruz. 0-11. Notre Dame man behind the ball. Trying to support the defensive efforts. Keegan Walker goes for Arias, who gets a shot, and it's touched by Kelly. Saved by Blake Kelly. Great shot by Justin Arias. Corner kick Green Bay.
Yeah, that's a great shot from the top of the box there. Impressive that Arias able to get it on goal. Ultimately, Blake Kelly knocks it away. May have been out regardless, but a good save by Kelly. We'll give the Phoenix a set-piece opportunity, see if they, too, can capitalize on a corner kick.
Play it short with Keegan Walker. KK back 4 already on the defensive support. Recovers it for the Irish, but Ian Scholl's pass is going to be impossible to get there. Throw in for Green Bay.
So far, JJ, we've seen a strong offensive performance from both teams. Green Bay with 2 shots on goal, Notre Dame with 4. Both teams, when they have possession and the opponent's side, put a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper and the opposing defense. Notre Dame able to strike twice, Green Bay once. And timely turnover there. Notre Dame will gladly take the ball back in the Green Bay half.
It's only been one game this season where the Irish have scored 2 goals. Exactly 2 goals. That game was a victory added to the Notre Dame column. Trying to do the same thing here tonight. If we get to 3 goals, the story is a little different. But the Irish have also been favored either with a draw or a win in all games in which they have scored first. Wyatt Borso looking for Luke Burton. The Irish with another attacking opportunity. Burton goes for Rosin into the box. Are the Irish? Rosin gets a hold of Borso with the shot. And Green Bay's gonna recover and deflect it and take it out of the danger zone.
And JJ, you mentioned a lot of success for the Irish when they're able to score first this season. 5-0-2 when scoring first. And especially early in games, 10 first half goals.
With an opportunity for a shot. Was asking for the foul. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, I was saying 10 first half goals for the Irish. They like to score early, and when they do so, they've had a lot of success outscoring their opponents 10-3 over the first 45 minutes. Today, again, with the advantage over Green Bay early. We'll see if they can add to that as 22 minutes still remain here in the first half.
Shan McDowd recovers for the Irish. Wyatt Lewis back in attacking play. Ups to go further into defense with Ferguson. Ian Shaw with the ball. Nolan Spicer. Okazaki on the coverage. Spicer looking for options. Waits for Lewis to join the attacking forces. Offside not called. Lewis feint one, feint two. Gets past them. Shaw. Great ball by Shaw to get Spicer into an attacking opportunity. Burton and KK Buffer couldn't get a hold of it. A little bit of misunderstanding from before and Burton in the box. Swancut gets a hold of it.
A little trip up and missed opportunity there for the Irish. A number of great passes and moves offensively. Ultimately ends up in the hands of the Green Bay goalkeeper. Prime chance for the Irish to add another one. Unable to come up with it.
Swancut with the long ball. It's going to go out for a throw-in.
We'll take another look at this Irish opportunity. Just a couple of great passes here. Great through ball. Able to center it back to KK before. Just ends up clipping with the wrong foot, I think. Dribbles over to Swanket for the easy stop.
Well, we're talking about KK before and finding goals. Nearly found the third one of the Irish in that previous play. And Notre Dame continues with the great attack and determination. Has an opportunity for a shot that goes up top. The Irish, this time it was Ian Shaw, but continue putting shots that challenge Swankut's goal.
Swank with his past couple starts coming against Southern Indiana, Western Illinois, and Bradley. Likely not the offensive firepower that Notre Dame is. Nonetheless, had success in that game, but definitely being challenged a bit more by this Fighting Irish attack. So far, held up fairly well. We'll see if he can continue that success, though. Green Bay does trail about midway through the first.
First changes, substitutions, if you want to call them changes, substitutions, coming off Notre Dame's bench. Renzo Bester makes its way into the game for Luke Burton. Shan McDowd is also out as Brady Hilden. Not Brady Hilden, sorry.
Substitutions for Notre Dame.
Coming into the
Entering
game
the
for
pitch,
the
number
Irish.
19, Ren Sylvester. And number 14, Will Schrader. Replacing number
Rosen
27,
fights the ball
and
with
number
Noah
3,
Schultz.
McDowell.
Out for a throw-in.
Well, Schrader, who's yet to play since Louisville, when he had started 4 games in a row, finally back for the Irish.
As you mentioned, that duo of Shaw and Schrader used to be, for a good portion of the early games of the season, Chad Riley's reliance on the midfield as the two center midfielders. Was eventually Shan McDowd who took Schrader's position. Will Schrader back in action tonight for Notre Dame. Swancut with the ball. We were talking a few moments ago about Drew Swancut and his couple of games that he's played this season. The highest number of shots that he has faced this season were 13 against Bradley. With still a good chunk of the game to go, only 27 minutes have gone through. He has already faced 9.
Way to be smart, Irish.
It's an aggressive Irish team who knew that it wasn't going to be an easy task here playing Green Bay, who's already scored in the first. So that offensive aggression is definitely resulting in an increase of shots being seen by the Green Bay goalkeeper.
Diego Ochoa with the ball for the Irish. KK Bafour gets a hold of it. Great move by KK. Play on says the referee. Rosin goes for Borso, and Borso trips himself. As we said, it's been a rainy day in South Bend. The field likely a little humid. Rain started since 1 a.m. Continued all the way till 2 p.m. 13 hours of rain for people to ease down their pain in South Bend. Keegan Walker with an opportunity to attack by the Phoenix. Gets into the box. 3 men cover him. Out goes for Okazaki. Wyatt Lewis on the defensive support. Okazaki with a bad pass. Recovered by Notre Dame. Renzo Bester with his first touches of the game. The ball goes out for an Irish throw-in. So Bester puts it in motion with KK Bafour. Quickly to the Irish attack. Great move by KK for Sylvester. The tackle was even better by Arroyo. Got Arroyo occasionally being the center back left. Back in counterattacks when the Phoenix lead their attacking efforts. That's Renzo Bester gets a ball for Borso, and he couldn't get the best hit. Shot number 10 by the Irish.
And the Irish continue to put pressure on the goal and the goalkeeper. Another opportunity there for Notre Dame. Ultimately goes high. But a good shot by Borso nonetheless to compose himself, get that ball off in traffic.
Bemobilu with a long ball. Looking for Chris Album. Headed away by Will Schrader. KK Bafour recovers for Notre Dame. KK looks for Spicer. Spicer in the box. Gets a float in between 3. Wants to get a shot. Goes outside for Schrader. And the Irish are just attempting to widen the lead as whatever comes their way.
Yeah, a lot of power behind that one. Far too high. Figure they might as well take a chance. Green Bay now trying to slow the game down a bit. It seems like Notre Dame has been on the attack for the past few minutes. Phoenix would love to compose themselves, get an opportunity of their own down in Notre Dame territory.
Swancut wants to build up with Justin Arias. Noah Madrigal. Movement looking for Chris Album. Diego Ochoa is going to block him, and Blake Kelly gets there first. This is the 12th game of the season for Blake Kelly, equaling the 12 starts he had last season during his freshman season. First true freshman goalkeeper for the Irish in over 30 years. Blake Kelly, so far, proven to be a great asset, both below the bars, but also as a leader, as the assistant captain of this Irish team.
Yeah, absolutely. Been a stalwart back in goal for the Irish this season, posting 4 clean sheets and a save per game mark of 3.18, ranking second in the ACC. Hasn't touched the ball and hasn't seen too much action this evening, but Blake Kelly is ready if it comes his way.
Nolan Spicer, covered by Okazaki, gets the ball towards Sylvester. Renzo Bester goes back for Ian Shaw. Wyatt Lewis with a feint here and there, some dribble. A cross looking for Sylvester, headed away. Schrader gets there first. Diego Ochoa. Ochoa looks for options, forced to go wide and right again with Wyatt Lewis. Lewis abusing of the R1, but so did Okazaki abuse of the circle. And the pressure is going to be another set piece for the Irish.
Again, another opportunity for the Irish in places where they have thrived so far this season. As you mentioned, Notre Dame 11 set-piece goals so far this year after adding one off the corner tonight. 3 goals off of free kicks. Mitch Ferguson has 2 of those, and 8 goals off the corner.
Mike Studd was having a word there with Jerome Murray Powell. Powell was claiming to be the captain, allowed to talk with the referee, but Mike Studd doesn't want to hear any more of him. Of all those set pieces goals, as Jack said, 4 have come from free kicks. KK Bafour wanting to make it 5. with this set piece for the Irish.
Come on, take care.
Referee blows. KK tried to surprise everyone. Driven behind the bar. Goes out for a throw-in and some substitutions. Festival substitutions, if you want to call it a plethora of substitutions. 8 subs coming into the game.
20, Brady Hilden.
We'll bring them to you as soon as we humanly can.
And 23, Stevie Dunphy.
Stevie Dunphy
Replacing 9,
gets some minutes, as does Jack Flanagan. The Irish switching things up in attack.
22, Nolan Spicer.
Green Bay, on the other hand as well, putting Nathan Mowa into the game. The midfielder has featured in 7 games for the Phoenix this season, scoring his first career goal in the 2-1 win against Bradley, and providing an assist at Northern Kentucky.
6, Jeloni Marie Powell. 9, Chris Album. 14, Keegan Walker.
Nicholson
And 20,
also came in
Belichick.
for Green Bay, as did Ty Perkins. Notre Dame, an attacking opportunity. Mitch Ferguson on the ball. Ups to touch. Now with Diego Ochoa. And if the attacking determination of Chad Riley's team today wasn't obvious enough, Notre Dame still with that 4-4-2 drawing, but 2 midfielders covered by attacking players as Jack Flanagan makes his way into the pitch. And so does as well Carson Vaquero. The Irish have found themselves in an intense game that requires fresh legs in attack. All 6 attacking players have been switched by Chad Riley in this first half. Brady Hilden with the ball looking for Renzo Bester. Recovered by Green Bay, so Bester gets a hold of it again, looking for Stevie Dunphy. But once again, Green Bay recovers. I mentioned as well, Jack, the depth of the roster of Green Bay. You can see it in swing with the first substitutions, 4 coming straight into the game.
Hey, Green Bay just trying to get some fresh legs in. Would love to go on a bit of a run, put some pressure on the Irish with only 10 minutes left in the first. Been all Irish offensively for the last bit. Green Bay would love to get possession back, try and build some momentum going into half.
Cross could be coming in for the Irish. Jack Flanagan looking for the ball. Swank is gonna get there first without any trouble. Moa goes back with Ty Perkins. Foul by Stevie Dunphy on Ty Perkins. Ball for Green Bay. Dubemo Bilu with the ball for Okazaki. Back with Obilu. Oscar Arroyo. Arroyo has an opportunity to go with Gio Cruz. Prefers to go straight into attack with Niame. Dennis Niame for Moa. Moa for Noah Madrigal. Schrader stops the attacking threat. Phoenix still on the ball. Ty Perkins. Recovered by the Irish. Now recovered again by the Phoenix. Niame was looking for that ball. He's going to get to play Kelly without any trouble.
Another missed attacking opportunity by Green Bay. Not able to keep control of their passes down in Notre Dame's half of the pitch. As Blake Kelly will slow this game down a bit.
Jack Flanagan with the ball for Stevie Dunphy. Renzo Bester wants to get a hold of it. So does Hilden, looking for Flanagan. Hilden gets the ball back for the Irish. Cross coming, looking for Flanagan. Headed into the arms of Swancut. Jack Flanagan was the primary choice for Chad Riley as a right midfielder last season. Now in his junior season, has taken a role as a super sub, occasionally coming in from the bench. He had to score a goal this season frequently, but we've seen him with attacking opportunities, including in that game against Hope College. The Irish still in motion. Back goes the ball for Carson Baquero. Mitch Ferguson, Wyatt Lewis, Baquero, Lewis, and Hilden joins the attack. Ball for Flanagan. He could get a shot, couldn't control it, but still in motion for the Irish. Alex Rosin in the box. Rosin goes for Renzo Bester. Swankid's gonna get there first.
All right, Irish, all right. Here we
7
go.
minutes to go in this first half.
Both teams not capitalizing on attack opportunities, not putting too much pressure on the goalie.
Notre Dame has led the possession. But if you are Coach John O'Reilly, you are probably thinking of ways to counterbalance the possession dominance for the Irish as they get into the box again. It's not been the game of possession that John O'Reilly hoped it would be.
That just puts more pressure on the importance of offensive efficiency for Green Bay, needing to make the most of each of their opportunities when they have possession down on the Notre Dame side. So far, some costly turnovers and missed passes have meant that Notre Dame has taken the ball back. Green Bay has been attacking. Now with Notre Dame trying to build up, we'll see if Green Bay can take the ball back and start an attack their own.
Gio Cruz on the ball. Pressure coming in by Flanagan. Flanagan was asking for a foul. It's down in pain. Play on, says the referee. Obilu couldn't get to the ball. Okazaki does get there first. To Obilu. Back with Okazaki. Pressure coming in from Brady Hilden. It's going to force Okazaki to go back with Obilu. Oscar Arroyo. Now transitioning the ball for the Phoenix. Back with Swankut. Okazaki. And this play of the Phoenix defense transitioning the ball just comes to tell you how well the Irish are covering any potential passing lanes for the Phoenix.
Yeah, not able to get anything moving forward. No buildup available for Green Bay. Ultimately give it back to Notre Dame for another Irish attack that seems to be building.
Mitch Ferguson goes back with Carson Baquero. Oh, Schrader. Baquero and Ochoa. Ferguson on the ball. Waits for movement, goes with Lewis. Back to Ferguson.
Take it, Irish.
It's now a game played on the Irish piece.
Yep.
Taken away by Arroyo.
Get it back.
Niama was trying to get the best of it, but the Irish recover the ball once again. As we continue to see the motion of Notre Dame as well. Coming in with Renzo Bester on the right.
Come on. Here we go.
Two-man block Bester. The ball goes out for an Irish throw-in. Jack Flanagan still holding his ankle after that early challenge. No foul was called there by Mike Stott. Flanagan still with some pain on his left ankle. Renzo Bester with the ball for Stevie Dunphy. Shot coming in, blocked by the Phoenix defense. Irish recover once again, nevertheless, as Diego Ochoa gets a hold of the ball. Dubemo Bilu. Ball goes out for a throw-in. So Bester wants to get there. Dunphy in motion. Renzo Bester looking for it. Dispossessed by Dubemobilu. Schrader with Rosin. Back with Ochoa. 3 minutes to go in the first half. What are you thinking if you're Chad Riley or if you're John O'Reilly as you head to the locker room?
Yeah, absolutely. O'Reilly definitely thinking that the Green Bay team needs to get some opportunities here, even just getting the ball back once or twice going into half, build that confidence, remind the team that they've scored so far today. It's not a 2-0 game. It's a 1-goal game so far, and definitely on the other side, what it looks like that Notre Dame may be trying to do right here, just slow it down a bit going into halftime. No need to turn the ball over and no costly turnovers.
Okazaki heads it away there without any trouble, but the Irish recover once again. Renzo Bester putting pressure, forcing Brady Houghton to get that ball into a battle with Okazaki. Houghton gets the best of it. Carson Vaquero looking for Sylvester. Okazaki sends it away for Dennis Niame. Niame blocked bodily by Ferguson. Diego Ochoa sends it back to Kelly, and the Irish restart the attack with 2 minutes to go. Schrader slowing things down for Notre Dame. Mitch Ferguson looking for Wyatt Lewis. Schrader, who's back with Carson Vaquero. Diego Ochoa organizing the pieces. Ochoa from the back. The grad transfer from Boston College has become an integral part of this Irish team. They're looking for the third with this play by Renzo Bester. Renzo Bester's shirt was hold and limited his possibility of properly playing the ball. As Max Studd saw it from Ty Perkins, it's going to be another set piece by the Irish. And Mitch Ferguson wants a clean ball. Mitch Ferguson wants a clean canvas. Mitch Ferguson wants to paint another beautiful free kick.
Mitch Ferguson, all 4 of his goals this season came off of the set piece. Love to add another one here going into half.
In the first half, 1 minute.
A great opportunity for the Irish to make some noise, put some more pressure on Green Bay, because as I mentioned, that it's really a 1-goal game. Doesn't necessarily feel like it, JJ, as Green Bay has really been on the defensive the past probably 20, 30 minutes of this first period.
Ferguson wanted to make it 3. Goes for the shot, and it's just up top. Mitch Ferguson was looking to repeat an occasion in which he has scored from twice, one last season, the other one coming for his first goal against Wright State. The Irish still on the ball.
10, 9, 8.
Renzo Bester with the final play of the first half.
4.
The Irish looking for the ball, could get a shot, and it's in! Goal! By the Irish! Stevie Dunphy sending us to halftime with the Notre Dame 3, Phoenix 1.
The buzzer beater by Stevie Dunphy, his first of the season, puts the Irish up by an extra, adds a little padding to the lead. It's 3-1 Notre Dame going into the half. That will leave Coach Chad Riley and his team satisfied. As we take another look at that one, just a beautiful shot across the net by Stevie Dunphy. Recognizes that the time is running out and able to put that one in the back of the net. A couple of great looks at that one right there. Stevie Dunphy, he's excited, he's electrified, and so is this Notre Dame team as they add one more with 1 second left on the clock.
Mike Studd also added 1 second to the clock now. And now the clock is down, and we head into halftime. Not the way you want to head into halftime if you're Green Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say the John O'Reilly Hassel, as we've said, for the most part, until the final few seconds. But now a 2-goal lead makes the Irish a lot more comfortable as the second half gets underway.
The referee blows his whistle once again. The clock begins to tick, and action begins and resumes for the second half. The Irish are going to have a set piece for another foul on Jack Flanagan, who remains on the pitch for action in the second half.
Yeah, it was a tough challenge on Flanagan. Ended up getting cleated in the calf, and no call. He was disappointed down on the turf for a couple seconds. near the end of the first.
Cross coming, headed away by Okazaki. Nolan Spicer gets a hold of it. Flanagan sends it forward, taken out of the danger zone by the Phoenix defense. Into the pitch as well for the Green Bay Phoenix for the first time in this game. It's Alex Pituki, the forward. Senior 9 appearances for him this season, starting in 3 of those games. Yet to open his goal or assist count for the 2025 season with the Phoenix. Ian Scholl with the ball back for Stevie Dunphy. The Irish found a 3rd goal, and Stevie Dunphy with a 2nd left on the clock. The beauty of college soccer and its countdown. A goal by Stevie Dunphy. That's like scoring a goal at 11:59. You score in 2024, 2025. Scored it in the first half. Wyatt Lewis with the ball for Ian Scholl. Nolan Spicer joins the attacking efforts of the Irish. Foul called on Nolan Spicer. Another soft hit near the ankle and the feet. Notre Dame's gonna put it in motion. Ian Scholl, the man in charge of taking the free kick, given that KK Bafor is not in the pitch for the Irish. Scholl's gonna ask Mike Stud to have the wonderful spray put into the box. To have the distance, to send the proper cross, and to try and continue the Irish success from set pieces. For this game, the Irish had outscored their opponents 10 goals to 3 in the first half, making out 13-3, 13-4. Ian Scholl wanted to surprise everybody. Out goes for a goal kick.
That was an impressive shot there by Scholl. Ultimately, just didn't curl back enough. Not a shot on goal, but a great shot nonetheless. A good opportunity from Notre Dame.
Scholl was ready for October, ready for the spooky season. Throw in for the Irish.
The Notre Dame offense picks up right where they left off.
Yep.
Again, putting pressure on Green Bay, as they did for a majority of the first half of play. And if Green Bay wants to get themselves back in this game, they must recognize that possession is going to be key.
Some key games as well coming next for the Irish after this 7-game homestand. They'll be facing number 8 Virginia next at Virginia. Hitting the road for the first time in a while. They'll be back to face number 10 NC State before hitting the road again for games against names like Boston College, names like Wake Forest, names that resonate with the ACC network. Looking for the 4th one here. Corner kick for the Irish.
And we'll take a look again. There's another set piece by Ian Scholl. Tried to go for the goal ultimately, as we had said before. Just didn't curl back. Tried to go for that top corner. Swankin may have been there. He played it well.
For Notre Dame, taking the kick for the Fighting Irish, number 2, Mitch Ferguson.
Now another set piece for Notre Dame.
Mitch Ferguson's going to be the man in charge of putting that in motion. Ferguson goes for the first post. Headed away by Gio Cruz. Back to Ferguson it goes. Ferguson wants another cross. Going to get a throw in now for Notre Dame. We're coming off Moa. Nathan Moa, the midfielder from Ham Lake, Minnesota. Freshman has featured in 7 games for the Phoenix this season, scoring his first career goal. That 2-1 win against Bradley. And provided an assist as well at Northern Kentucky. Talk about assist, talk about Nolan Spicer back with the ball. Play on saves the referee. He was out the ball before for a goal kick. Or the, well, not a goal kick. Mike Stott actually called the foul. His assistant official hadn't called the foul initially. Mike Stott goes back and calls it himself. Head official is the man in charge. Ian Scholl's gonna have another free kick for the Irish. Blake Kelly wants his men to be attentive to Chris Album for a potential counterattack. He's already found the back of the net earlier in the game on the 15th minute. As the number 15 Ian Shaw is going to leave this one to Spicer. The cross comes for Rosin to get another hit. And Swanka sends it out for a corner.
And it's set pieces galore for the Irish here early in the second, putting a lot of pressure on this Green Bay defense, especially their goalie, to fend off consistent attacks. Notre Dame yet to score off the corner today, as they have done many times before. Excuse me, they did score their first goal off the corner.
Spicer leaves it hanging in the box as Swanka gets a hold of it, and Keegan Walker wants to have a quick counterattack for the Green Bay Phoenix. Walker sends it all the way across for Mowa. Nathan Mowa. Coverage coming from Rosin. Gio Cruz back to Mowa. Nathan in between two gets across, looking for Keegan Walker. It's going to be long and gone for an Irish throw-in.
May have been a bit of an uncalled tug of the jersey back on the attack. Mowa was trying to create some space, ultimately held back. No call by the referee. And the ball sails out of bounds across the pitch, and Notre Dame will throw it in and once again try to begin an attack.
Ty Perkins goes with Gio Cruz. Giovanni back with Jalomi. Mary Powell. The sole yellow card of the game has been to the Green Bay captain. Already is well warned by Max Studd that he doesn't want to hear any more conversations or complaints from Jalomi Mary Powell. Okazaki with the ball. Back it goes for Dube Mobilu. Mobilu with Perkins and Oscar Arroyo. Recycling and switching things up on the right. Little pressure coming in from Stevie Dunphy. He's going to force the Phoenix to continue trying to find some space. Swanka was getting there in case he needed to be that ball-playing goalkeeper. When you talk and take a look as well at the goalkeeping situation in this Green Bay team, today you had Swanka, you have Osterbeck occasionally. Coach John O'Reilly mentioned as well that that's part of his style of wanting a ball-playing goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going strictly off of statistics and a goalie that kind of plays a more traditional style, he talks about the importance of going with Swanka, and I think that's what he won tonight against an attacking team like Notre Dame. He really needed somebody who was going to be steady in goal, and he had hoped to get that out of Swanka. Not that he hasn't, but Swanka just facing a barrage of shots like he hasn't before.
He has allowed 3 goals, but he has 4 saves that have kept the Irish to the minimal damage. Besides that late Stevie Dunphy goal in the first half. Keegan Walker with the ball. Received by Pituch. Pituch goes with the feint. Walker goes for the cross. Corner kick was being asked by Mowa. Goal kick saves the referee and his assistant. Blake Kelly ready to put it back in action for Notre Dame. Stevie Dunphy looking for that ball. Renzo Besters now fighting it with Gio Cruz. Okazaki recovers for the Phoenix. Oscar Arroyo back with Swanka. And these are the types of possessions that Green Bay wants to get a hold of. Finding those passing lanes, finding as well those opportunities to have longer periods of possession. But it's at the end a game of scoring goals that you obviously would feel that there's a relation with goals and possession, but not necessarily the causation of having the ball for long periods of time.
But it's also a numbers game. You only get 3 shots so far in the game. Granted, 2 of those bet on goal. You can't expect to score on every opportunity. Green Bay just hasn't had the opportunities to put up the shots that Notre Dame has. 17 shots to 3, a 14 shot difference there. And you're kind of beginning to see what the problem has been for Green Bay. Just an inability to get the shots that have been so key for their offense when it's working this season.
Renzo Bester, by himself in between 3 Phoenix men. So Bester wants to continue, wants to sell a foul. The referee didn't buy.
Like a bit of a hard push, but they'll play on.
Arroyo with Duben Wabilu. Okazaki. Keegan Walker. Pituk. Walker with Murray Powell. Ball for Gio Cruz. Cross coming into the box. Schrader gets it out for a throw-in.
We'll take another look now at that no call. What had potentially been a push, ultimately just been a bit of a dive. Trying to sell the foul. The referee rightly picks up on that. They play on.
Rainy day in South Bend.
Little slippage.
Or he was still seeing water. You know. Ball for Notre Dame. After the first 11 minutes of the second half are part of history. Blake Kelly is going to have another long ball for the Irish. PK the GK is looking for Jack Flanagan. That ball went straight into the Phoenix bench. It's going to be put back in motion by Gio Cruz. Cruzabum was asking for a ball for Phoenix. Playing on Chase. Mike Stud with the ball for Notre Dame. Mitch Ferguson. Wyatt Lewis. Lewis has played the full 90 in all but one game this season for the Irish. A game where he had to come off after his Mo knock, having to receive medical attention. Forced to be taken off the pitch as Flanagan makes his move into attack for Notre Dame. Jack Flanagan in between two men. Full Stud says. Foul for Notre Dame. He buys this one, and the Irish are going to have another free kick. I mentioned statistically, Jack, how Notre Dame sort of that leading team in fouls. Not the occasion today.
No, absolutely not. But they're matched up against a team who fouls just as much. The Phoenix only played 9 games this season. Notre Dame's played 11. Actually came in with more fouls than Notre Dame did. 102 for Green Bay to 101 for Notre Dame to start the day. And it's been Green Bay who's recognized that they might need to be aggressive, may need to push and shove a bit if they want to get close to the Irish.
Mitch Ferguson is going to have another opportunity at goal. It's a green wall against Ferguson. As he looks for goal again. Shoots, and it's off the wall. Phoenix attempting to recover. Max Touch says foul on Chris Album. Foul number 4 for Notre Dame. Chris Album still down in pain. Foul was committed by Ian Shaw.
As you take another look at the foul, Album tries to go for the ball. Just looks like he gets cleated and kicked as he extends his leg. That one will probably leave a bruise, but he's able to remain in the game, which is important for Green Bay as he's quite an integral part of this offense. Already scored once. The Phoenix would love to see him find the back of the net again tonight.
Oscar Arroyo goes with Gio Cruz. Ball looking for Pituk. But the ball was also looking for the Notre Dame substitutions. 3 men are coming in for the Irish. Jack Flanagan out of the game for KK Baport to come back into action. As are Renzo Bester and Stevie Dunphy for Wyatt Borso and Luke Burden to make their way again back into the pitch for Notre Dame.
So the Irish bring back out their ace squad.
27.
Chad Riley and the Irish going to keep their foot to the metal.
Replacing number 19, Ren Sylvester, 23, Stevie Dunphy, 14, Will Schrader, and 11, Jack Flanagan.
Keegan Walker with a ball for Okazaki. Ty Perkins. Duben Wabilu. Even if the Irish have been able to retain control in that 2-goal lead, Chad Riley's intentions probably would bring it in. His main man up top as to widen that lead.
Yeah, Notre Dame's played a number of close games with mid-major teams this year against teams like Hope, against Wright State. Games that statistically were close, both 3-2 victories against Hope and Wright State, but teams that Notre Dame really steamrolled and didn't have much of a trouble getting through some late goals. The Irish probably want to avoid that as they keep some of their main starters in the game now. Would love to widen that lead, make this one not look on paper like it was close at all.
Keegan Walker. Header coming on the second post by Arroyo. Taken away by Notre Dame. Similar situation did the Irish find themselves against Hope College, outshooting their opponent 25 shots to 9. Still ended up being a 1-goal victory for Notre Dame, defeating Hope College 3-2. Not wanting to repeat that occasion here tonight, Notre Dame brings in its main attacking players to widen the lead. Mitch Ferguson goes for Ian Shaw, and Wyatt Lewis gets as well into the attacking play for the Irish. Alex Rosin. Ball for KK Bafour. KK goes back for Shan McDowd. Rosin. And back for Diego Ochoa. Ochoa opened the Irish score count this season with a goal on his debut with Notre Dame on that 1-1 draw against Michigan. KK Bafour with the ball. Recovered by the Phoenix. Now Shan McDowd gets a quick turnaround for Notre Dame. Ian Shaw has options in attack with Wyatt Borso. Arroyo's gonna head it away, but KK Bafour recovers for Notre Dame. Payne coming in. Wyatt Lewis looking for the ball. Gets to Wyatt Lewis. He goes back with Mitch Ferguson. Ferguson lifts Crusalban behind. Joins the attacking efforts and heads it towards Wyatt Lewis. Header left by Burton for Borso, but blocked by the Green Bay defense.
Well, the Green Bay defense has held up respectfully tonight and quite well this season, especially considering they're missing one of their star defensive players, So Nishikawa, towards ACL in spring practice. Had spent the last 2 seasons in Green Bay, where he made 18 starts last year and was the Horizon League Defensive Player of the Year and All Horizon League first team. Also out is senior midfielder Tommy Coughlin. So Green Bay playing without a few of their key players this season. As we take another look at that shove there, Chris Album. It's Notre Dame another set piece. They've thrived off those opportunities this season as well as this evening.
KK Bafour ready to put it in action for Notre Dame. Cross coming into the second post. Defensive effort to clear it. Nolan Spicer. Back with KK Bafour. Spicer. Pitouk attempts to take it away. Spicer there to recover. Shan McDowd back with Shaw. Onto the left with Rosin. Alex Rosin has taken advantage of his minutes since that early knock in the season for Sebastian Green. Started now in 6 games for Notre Dame. Becoming a pivotal part, an element of the Irish defense, but also of the way that they're able to attack with their fullbacks. Rosin providing a couple of assists and now 2 goals as well to the Irish score count in the season. Pitouk. Alex Pitouk couldn't keep it afloat. Goes out for an Irish throw-in. 2 substitutions are going to come from the Green Bay bench. Coach John O'Reilly wants to switch things up. Noah Madrigal makes his way back into the pitch.
Substitutions for Green Bay.
Well, JJ, I realize we still have 25 minutes left in this game, but Green Bay probably already thinking about some of the things they've learned so far. I know that was a key point of Coach O'Reilly in playing games like this, the learning aspect to prepare for later in the season games, especially postseason games. And I think it's apparent that if Green Bay wants to contend in games against top opponents like Notre Dame, as well as other mid-major teams that they may find themselves playing in an NCAA tournament, they're going to have to retain possession of the ball more. Really something that they've struggled with this evening. Been playing from behind, been playing defense a lot of the night. And something that you expect when you're playing a team like Notre Dame, but something that's going to have to change, especially if Green Bay wants to win those late season playoff games.
Green Bay now relying on the Noahs to switch things up as Noah Madrigal and Noah Leshout make their way into the pitch, replacing Gio Cruz. And Pituk. It's now a 3-man defensive formation for Green Bay, hoping to provide them with a bigger attack and determination. Ball for Dube Mobilo. Okazaki. Cross coming into the second post. Blake Kelly gets possession of the ball for Notre Dame, but an attacking opportunity coming for Green Bay. It's been a while since they had an attempt at Kelly's goal.
It has been, and a good center there coming from Nathan Mua. Ultimately unable to get that one in the back of the net, but just trying to capitalize on those opportunities is going to be key moving forward as Green Bay tries to chip away with this lead, get themselves back in the game.
It's possession now for Notre Dame. We also can see as well the way that Coach Chad Riley is trying to build things off and see where Notre Dame has made certain mistakes in the past couple of games. His 3 changes today signaling that attack and determination he wants the team to keep on having, hungry for more, as opposed to the usual change in situations like this, which is that of Martin Fontoon coming into the games. That when you get another defender into the game, you are signaling a game of going back and defending. Keegan Walker in the box. Shan McDowd on the coverage. Out for an Irish goal kick.
Notre Dame likes to work that late game attrition, just trying to run the clock down when they have that lead. Something they'll probably look to do here in the last 20 minutes or so against Green Bay.
The Irish currently sit on the 32nd spot in RPI across the NCAA. Spot that would see them be a playoff team if things remain this way. Obviously, still a huge set of important matches to go for this Notre Dame team.
And we discussed earlier that upcoming schedule. It'll be interesting to see how Notre Dame responds. After playing 7 games at home, they'll have to go to a University of Virginia team that already took down Louisville when they were one of the top teams in the country. So that's one of the real tests for Notre Dame. Granted, they do still have a top-ranked NC State as well, as long as some conference matchups against Boston College and Wake Forest. But how the Irish come out against Virginia and Charlottesville will be important and definitely a telltale sign of how the rest of the season might go for this Irish squad.
The Phoenix with an attacking opportunity that just goes wide. Chris Album and Keegan Walker couldn't get there to finish off. No other shots. Cross with an intention and being a shot on goal. But the Irish leaving now some spaces that Green Bay is trying to take advantage of.
As we take another look, another good opportunity from Green Bay that ultimately just not able to capitalize. If it was a pass, just got a little ahead of Chris Album, who was also coming up on the left side of the goal. The pass may have been a shot, and if it wasn't far off. Kelly may not have been in a position to stop it if it was a bit more targeted.
Okazaki looking for the shout. Rosen heads it away. Ty Perkins in the groove for the Green Bay Phoenix.
As Green Bay, as they begin to build up, definitely going to want to focus on getting a few more shots off on each possession. One shot and done is definitely not going to be helpful as they try and chip away. Able to get a couple rebounds from either saves from Kelly, a couple different looks are going to be key moving forward rather than just one shot and a turnover.
You also got to give credit to the way that this Notre Dame team has completely silenced the likes of Keegan Walker. Haven't heard of him this game. Keegan Walker, the Horizon League Tournament MVP in 2023 when Phoenix won that Horizon League. Transferred to Rhode Island in 2024 before returning this season. Leads the team with 3 goals coming from 9 shots in goal and 21 total shots. Not the situation today when it comes to leading the team. Coach O'Reilly told us about Walker's maturity, deciding to come back, and how great it is to have him back on the roster.
He's really a driving force of this Phoenix offense. 3 goals so far this season, tied for the team lead. And JJ, you talk about the maturity and willingness to return after a year away at Rhode Island where he tested the waters of the transfer portal, ultimately recognized that Green Bay was the right place for him and gets the added opportunity to play alongside a lifelong friend in Dubemo Bilo as he transferred for his senior year from the University of Michigan.
6 transfers in this Green Bay team that has sort of a good balance between upperclassmen and underclassmen. 8 seniors with 1 redshirt senior, 8 freshmen with 2 redshirt freshmen, and also 2 grad students making the mix. Something that's usually common as well across the college landscape, as Coach Riley mentioned before a couple of times when it came to trying to replace that figure of Matthew Root. Now Green Bay early on trying to replace those graduating seniors, given minutes and making those freshmen a pivotal role of their roster in their first season at the university. Ty Perkins with the ball. Back it goes for Dubemo Bilo. Perkins. Long ball. He was looking for a player. Can only find loneliness and finds Blake Kelly eventually, who gets back into his box and gets a hold of it.
Yeah, the Phoenix just trying to get the ball in Notre Dame's half of the pitch. Unfortunately, nobody was home from an attacking standpoint there, and Notre Dame will retain possession.
Ball on the feet of Kazuki Okazaki, a senior from Nagano, Japan, Southern Nazarene transfer, sports marketing professional, wanting to get into the likes of the international sports industry. With the experience that he has as well, coming abroad to the United States, all the way from Japan. He's been active both defensively and offensively today for Green Bay. And in a style of play like that of John O'Reilly, having the fullbacks build your possession from the back is pivotal, as they do here. Shan McDowell recovers what could have been a potential attacking threat, because Madrigal had the shout open all by himself on the left. Wyatt Borso gets the Irish a throw in. Notre Dame struggling to maintain possession in the past couple of minutes, but as long as Green Bay has the ball without any trouble, Coach Riley relatively pleased without any more reactions from the bench.
Yeah, Green Bay definitely doing a better job trying to retain possession for a bit longer spans at a time. Ultimately, it's been futile so far.
Another throw in for Notre Dame. Green Bay will face Milwaukee on October 11th for Horizon League action, game you can enjoy on ESPN+. KK Bafour recovers for Notre Dame, wants to get a shot! Beautiful goal by KK Bafour! Goal by the Irish! KK Bafour makes it 4.
Yeah, KK Bafour with the beautiful goal there. His first of the season so far for Notre Dame. As we'll take another look at that, just a beautiful setup to get before the goal there, as Notre Dame steals it away from Green Bay. And KK does it all himself, puts it past the outstretched Swankett. His first goal of the year, Notre Dame's 4th of the night, and it's now a 3-goal lead with 16 minutes remaining.
KK Bafour had been called by myself to showcase his goal-scoring ability. Showcase it today in a goal that is likely to seal the deal for the Irish. We saw him at halftime. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. It's been a rainy day in South Bend, but also a rain of goals for Notre Dame here today.
Yeah, it's been an offensive outburst for Notre Dame, a coming out night for a lot of players now. 4 players who have scored tonight for the Irish. KK Bafour being the most recent. a player who is really due. Started in all 11 games so far this season at 15 shots coming in tonight, 2 on goal, unable to find the back of the net. Finally, something able to fall for him. Well-deserved goal there for the senior.
Come on, Irish.
6th goal by KK Bafour. 6th goal on his 3.5 now seasons with the Irish.
And a great job just reading Ty Perkins, what he was going to do with it. Takes the ball away, finishes it himself. He's a midfielder that can do it all for Notre Dame.
Some substitutions coming into the game for both sides. While the shout is going to put the ball back in action. Brady Hilton came into the game in the place of Alex Rosen. And a shot that's going to get to the hands of Blake Kelly without any trouble.
And now Green Bay probably just putting as many shots on goal as they can. Any opportunities, any shots. As I mentioned previously, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Has to be the mentality going forward, just trying to get something towards the back of the net. Hopefully it'll fall. Try and chip away at this lead, likely out of reach. Nonetheless, Green Bay will have to play out the remaining 14 minutes.
Brady Hilton came in the place of Nolan Spicer. And it's also the first time in over a month that the Irish are able to put back into the pitch Sebastian Green. Takes the place of Alex Rosin.
Notre Dame certainly getting healthy at the right time, as we've seen Will Schrader return to the lineup tonight, Sebastian Green. Again, as we look ahead to some challenging ACC games, Notre Dame is thankful to be at mostly full strength right now. Virginia team that sits at 3-0-2 in conference play, number 2 in the conference behind Stanford, who's 4-1.
The Irish currently sitting 6th in the ACC with 7 points. Will face that Virginia team. It's 4 points away and a couple of miles as well. The Irish are gonna get on the road as they head to Virginia.
And Notre Dame, their 2-1-1 record leaves them tied for 6th in the ACC standings alongside University of North Carolina. Again, a pivotal matchup back here at 7 p.m. on the ACC network on Friday night.
Ty Perkins with the ball. Okazaki.
Stop him!
Ty Perkins. That goes for Justin Arias, who came into the pitch a couple of minutes ago. While the shot was looking for it, Blake Kelly gets there. KK before keeps it afloat. Challenged by Arias, finds Ian Shaw. Shan McDowd. Ian Shaw, and now the Irish are going to slow things up to try and get even further control of the game with 12 minutes to go. Wyatt Lewis. Not the best pass for Lewis, as it hasn't been the best night for Green Bay, but as we talked with Coach John O'Reilly as well, it's been the story of the season of trying to get better, trying to improve on games like this. How do you turn the page from a game like this?
Yeah, I think you got to take away the positives as much as you can. You came out strong against the Notre Dame team. You got an early goal in one of the opening minutes, and 14 minutes into the game, Green Bay scored. Unfortunately, just not able to keep that same pressure and intensity up. Granted, you're facing a Notre Dame team that's one of the best teams in the Midwest, one of the strongest, powerful teams. Received rankings, received votes in the top 25 rankings. So just a learning opportunity that you have to continue to keep the pressure on for the entire game, retain possession as long as you can, and hopefully moving forward, you're able to get a couple more shots and a couple more balls that ultimately find the back of the net.
Oscar Arroyo with a header. And it goes out into outer space. Goal kick for Notre Dame.
And when you look at the shot comparison by period, Notre Dame really dominated Green Bay 15-3 in the first period. You look at the second, now 4-4. That's evened up a bit. I think if you had seen that in the first half, we would have had a different game, wouldn't have had a 3-goal lead from Notre Dame. But ultimately, that's not what you get. The 19-7 shot difference has really been the difference tonight as Notre Dame just able to capitalize since they've had more opportunities.
Miami in the end boy also made his way into the game early on as there's a player down by the Green Bay Phoenix. It's Noah Madrigal. He recovers, and Green Bay is gonna bring 2 more fresh legs from the bench. This is it for Keegan Walker.
Substitutions for Green
Nicholson
Bay.
makes his way back into the
Number
pitch.
7, Luke
Chris
Nicholson.
Album,
Number
story
15,
here tonight.
Dennis
Ozoensis.
Miami.
Dennis
Replacing
Niame
number 9, Chris Album.
makes his way
And number 14,
to
Keegan
lead
Walker.
the Green Bay attack.
Well, Keegan Walker, definitely not the night that he wanted to have, especially if Green Bay had looked to take down this Irish team.
Niame.
Leaves the game without a goal.
But again, it's also been one of the best nights in attacking performance for Notre Dame.
Absolutely, and that's just something that Chad Riley's really stressed is the Irish cohesion as they've faced some tougher opponents to open the season, a top-ranked Oregon State team, an Indiana team, a Louisville team. Now the goal scoring finally beginning to click over this homestand. Notre Dame scored 3 goals 4 times, and they've now scored 4 tonight. So a number of multi-goal games. Their offense is hot. They're going to need that to continue as they get to the back stretch of the 2025 season.
To the back stretch of their roster they go as 3 more substitutions are coming into the game. Ian Scholl ends his night here. Luke Burden does the same thing. And let's take a look as well at the way that the action voted for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and it's certainly been a lot of action, JJ. 4 goals tonight for Notre Dame. Alex Rosine got the scoring going in the opening minutes of the game. Wyatt Borso didn't take long before he added one of his own. And then Stevie Dunphy in the last few minutes of the first half. And then KK before did it all himself as the Irish capped it off with their 4th.
With the ball for Borso, but Borso is offside. That's the first offside call of the game. Rosen, Borso, Dunphy before. The Irish continue to put Newman on goal. As KK before gets his first goal of the season and does Stevie Dunphy to make it 10 different goal scorers across their now 21 goals.
Yeah, Notre Dame really differentiating their offensive looks, getting 2 players, their first goal of the season tonight, building that confidence, building that offensive rapport is going to be important as they get into the last couple games of the season. Everybody's starting to fire offensively for Notre Dame. The defense has really been there all year, led by Blake Kelly. We'll see if they can pull it all together against some of the top-ranked ACC teams.
Another substitution coming in for Green Bay. Okazaki is going to head to the bench. And the action's going to resume.
Substitution for Green Bay entering the pitch. Number 26, Tony Manchu. Replacing number 2, Kazuki Okazaki.
Took the place of Diego Ochoa, now playing as the right center back, forcing Mitch Ferguson to go back to the left center back position.
13, Martin Fontoon.
Mitch Ferguson,
17,
long ball looking for Wyatt Borso,
18, Diego Ochoa.
added away
And 27,
by Dube Mobilu. Keke Bafur lifts it for Sebastian Green. And ball. Yes, sir. Max thought about it, but then he also waved his hand to signal the foul. KK Bafur with the ball for Sebastian Green.
Yeah.
Long ball. Looking for Brady Hilden. Swankin's gonna get there first. 21 came in as well for Green Bay. Justin Arias now playing as a left back with Okazaki getting off the pitch. His transition to the left back position is gonna allow an extra midfielder in Tony Manchu.
Well, Green Bay with nothing to lose in these last 6.5 minutes of play ought to push the pace, really just try and dominate Notre Dame as much as they can with what remaining gas they have in the tank. Leave it all out there tonight. See if they can come up with a second goal before the clock hits 0.
Lay Kelly. He's gonna get a long ball. Looking for Borshow. And it goes out for a Green Bay throw-in. 3 saves by Kelly tonight to extend his save count to 38 this season. On his 12 games as a freshman, he had 26 saves, now 38. He has been demanded more, you could say, but still continuing to do a great job below the bar for the Irish. Orso goes with Nate Zimmerman. Carson Baquero. Shan McDowd. And Sebastian Green slows things up for the Irish.
I think the guy that learned the most for Green Bay in tonight's game, JJ, has to be goalie Drew Swankid, really facing such tough competition in this Notre Dame offense. Granted, he's given up 4 goals, though he has saved 4 shots as well, but faced a barrage of 19 shots that you're really unlikely going to see again this season, maybe an NCAA tournament play, but he's going to be a guy that likely in that situation the coach can lean on because of his experience here against Notre Dame tonight.
Green wanted to get a shot off a KK Bafour pass, blocked by the defense. Zimmerman. Sebastian Green wanted to get a ball to KK Bafour. Then as Niame recovers for Green Bay as the foul is called on Shan McDowd. 4:20 to go at Alumni Stadium. Alumni Stadium will host as well a beautiful top 5 matchup on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, between the women's soccer Notre Dame team and Florida State. Game which you can enjoy on the ACC network. Game on Thursday night, women's soccer. Friday night, Virginia Notre Dame as well. And all the ACC action that continues. It's the soccer season in full swing and the importance of October as the teams finish their regular season play and conversations for the playoff contention begin. With the conference tournament as well approaching on that first week of November. Oscar Arroyo with the ball for Justin Arias. Arias wants to find an attacking spot. Forced to go out with Luke Nicholson. 2-man cover Nicholson. Wyatt Lewis attempting to recover. Back with Justin Arias. Goes the ball. Justin. Noah Madrigal. Justin Arias. And the ball now for Ty Perkins. Ty didn't find the space. Recovered by Notre Dame. Recovered by Shan McDowd. A lot of running from McDowd today. McDowd started and played last season as a defender. This season was the original choice by Coach Chad Riley to cover the graduation of Kyle Gannenbacker at right back, but moved into the midfield. A strategy which Coach Riley said he had practiced with Lewis and McDowd, developing them and finding the balance since the spring. This crosses long and Kelly couldn't get a hold of it. It's going to go out for a corner.
In Green Bay, it's 37 corners coming in tonight's game. Not able to capitalize on any of their set-piece opportunities so far. We'll see now if late in the game they can do so. Green Bay's lacked the aggression off set pieces and going for the goal that Notre Dame tends to have. We've seen
header, saved by Kelly.
Multiple shots on goal off the set piece from Mitch Ferguson. Green Bay likes to play it a bit more conservative. We'll see if they do so again here, and they will.
Ross wanting to come into the box again. And it's in! What a goal! Goal! By the Phoenix! Noah Madrigal doesn't believe it himself. Blake Kelly won't believe it either. It's been a night of 6 goals. But this one, shocking goal.
What a goal by Noah Madrigal. We'll take another look at that one. Able just to sneak it past Blake Kelly. He thought there was enough room between the post and his hands for it to go in. There was. And he turns around in surprise as Green Bay adds a second before this game is over.
10, Noah Madrigal.
Madrigal with his second goal of the season.
Phoenix goal 10, Madrigal. His second.
Take one final look, and Blake Kelly
wasn't expecting it.
No, he wasn't. He was confident that he would have been saved. That one was going to find the netting without finding the back of the goal.
And I think he's thankful that the scoreline is a 2-goal margin.
Notre Dame again giving up these late game goals that don't necessarily matter. Notre Dame comfortably going to come away with the win here, most likely. But again, just on the score sheet, going to appear a bit closer as it was, as Notre Dame has really dominated from the first to the last minute of this game.
That's the situations where Riley ball comes into play, and you got to know how to defend yourself with tight margins on the scoreline. Notre Dame being able to do it with 3 goals to spare in South Bend. A minute to go. Luke Nicholson with the ball, wanting to find an attacking opportunity. Shot and saved by Kelly. The shot still there, and a double save by Blake Kelly. Unreal double save by Blake Kelly. And that's what he has.
And those are 2 balls that could have easily found the back of the net if it was anybody but the stalwart Blake Kelly, who's been a brick wall all season. And thankfully, he acts that way again tonight, and Notre Dame will comfortably come away with the win.
The game is history in South Bend. A beautiful Tuesday night game. Let's take a look at those saves. That second save, I'm pretty sure it was with his head.
Yeah, those were some aggressive attacking opportunities by Notre Dame late in the game, and then Blake Kelly, or it looks like it was instead Martin Fontoon that had saved that last one, but ultimately it wouldn't have mattered. Notre Dame will come away with a comfortable 2-goal lead, as the Irish have really dominated this entire game, able to continue to put the pressure on the the Green Bay